Next on Worcester News Tonight, word of a major announcement coming tomorrow is fueling speculation about the PawSox future in Worcester. Plus, this weekend, shelters across the nation are hosting a Clear the Shelter event. One local shelter is taking their efforts on the road. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. The city of Worcester could soon be revealing the details regarding its future with the Pawtucket Red Sox. For nearly 3 years now, some in Worcester have been trying to lure the AAA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox to the city. And as the end of the minor league baseball season approaches, it looks as if negotiations with the team could also follow suit. Our Cam Jandro joins us now live with more. Cam?
Anna, sources confirm with Worcester News Tonight there is in fact some sort of announcement coming from the city of Worcester tomorrow regarding their relationship and future with the Pawtucket Red Sox. Now today, when this released, a lot of buzz around the city of Worcester. We went out and caught up with a few fans and they were pretty excited.
The old Wyman Gordon property looks the same Thursday as it has for years. But could this landscape be changing? Some type of announcement from the city of Worcester about the PawSox is expected Friday, and fans in the city are excited.
It would raise revenue, and it'd be a good for baseball fans in general, for younger kids who enjoy baseball. I think it'd be great for them.
The city of Pawtucket, however, is pushing back against any talk of the team announcing their departure. Mayor Donald Grabian saying in a statement, city officials and consultants have been in regular contact with PawSox leadership and consultants as recently as last night and today, discussing the finer points of the financing and ballpark plans here in Rhode Island. The mayor also saying he is confident the team will stay in Rhode Island. Worcester residents are hoping he's wrong.
I love that they'll come to our city. It makes me feel great that my favorite, one of my favorite teams is coming to the city that I live in.
If they play well, I think it's an easy trip for people in this area. I think it would be good for Central Massachusetts to have a professional team in this area.
Now, Mayor Grabian also saying he looks forward to seeing the team building a park and what he believes is an area superior to Worcester. He also says that the city of Pawtucket is more committed to the team now than they ever have been. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. Efforts from businesses and city leaders to sell the PawSox and moving to the city's Canal District have ramped up in recent months. And now the question remains, could this become a reality? Our Brittany Schaefer has more.
Good interview. Give me the scoop, Oakley. Look out. Way back there to left field.
It's been talked about for years now, and Thursday, multiple sources confirmed the city will be making a major announcement regarding the Pawtucket Red Sox. And while many are sworn to secrecy,
to date, we haven't heard anything.
No comment.
They say the idea of a AAA baseball team coming to Worcester is huge.
We would be able to create new jobs for folks, and it would help with, the local businesses to attract and, you go to your local restaurant, your local bars, go, local shopping.
There are a limited number of places in this country which have AAA baseball teams. So this would be a big thing. It's significant, emotionally, psychically, with energy. I mean, this would be a great thing for Worcester.
Bowditch and Dewey chairman Michael Angelini says this moment would make history in the city.
In September of 1982, Frank Sinatra came to Worcester, and the Centrum opened. And that was a big thing here. That was a huge event. And if this happens, it'll be another huge event. It's a time for the city to say, you know what, we're pretty significant.
Joe O'Grady is opening a multi-purpose smoke shop next week in the area of the proposed new ballpark. And while the timing may not be great, he says he supports the city's hard work in the proposal.
I bought this building 2 years ago because I knew that it was in a redevelopment zone in Worcester. And being a businessman in Worcester, I saw an opportunity. That was before any talk of the PawSox. I'm open to working with the city and anyone else to a mutually beneficial outcome.
The team has a lease to play in Pawtucket until 2020, but Angelini says another name would suit the PawSox well.
I hope it happens. I hope the PawSox become the Woo Sox.
We did reach out to the city and they have not confirmed if there will be an announcement on Friday. We also reached out to the PawSox, who had no comment. Either way, more information should be released tomorrow when the city's financial budget for the PawSox is released in the City Council agenda. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
The Second Chance Animal Shelter stopped just outside our studio tonight, showing off some of their animals available for adoption. The visit comes just ahead of the Clear the Shelter event this weekend. It's an annual nationwide pet adoption drive. The Second Chance Animal Shelter's mobile unit collected donations from Charter Communications employees and showed off 2 of their dogs up for adoption. Shelter employee Samantha Hebert says taking their efforts on the road helps to expand their reach.
Get them out there and their faces known, and it's a lot easier to get them out there, to get their faces known, to get them adopted and find them good homes.
If you're interested in the Clear the Shelter event, Second Chance Animal Shelter is located in East Brookfield and is open this weekend for the event. A Rutland native is recognized as the winner of a national extreme sports photo competition. Mackenzie Hennessy works in marketing, but does photography on the side. So after submitting her photograph of Brody Wilson, a friend and motocross rider from Templeton, she didn't expect it would be chosen as one of the top 6 images in the ESPN X Games Zoom photo competition. All 6 photos were then posted online and voted on. Hennessy went on to win the top prize as the only female in the group. She says it came as a complete surprise, as many of her competitors are professional photographers.
Based in California or in like Switzerland, I don't know, really exotic places that have a really good grasp on the action sports industry. And then there was me, who's located in Central Mass, and just doing this in my free time and really putting myself out there on social media when it counted, and my family and my friends and every single person that voted made a huge difference.
Hennessy says photographing extreme sports has become a passion. She hopes winning this competition will help open more doors going forward. After a string of water main breaks, including 2 Wednesday and a major break last week, Worcester's DPW says they're moving forward with a long-term plan to replace pipes throughout the city. DPW Commissioner Paul Moosey says although they have not calculated the exact cost of last week's break in the area of Shore Drive, he expects it'll be large. Moosey says the road repairs are more expensive than replacing the pipe itself. He says if a break is bad enough, the street will be moved up on a list, indicating the whole area needs to be replaced.
That we see on that pipe, that pipe was kind of a tensile strength failure. That really isn't indicative of the whole line being a problem. So, and we'll look and see.
DPW Commissioner Paul Moosey says on average, Worcester sees about 40 breaks a year, with typically more in the winter. The structural safety of a Worcester parking garage is compromised, forcing the city to close it for 1 week. The city says it's necessary to close the garage to the public from August 18th to the 26th in order to address the required structural repairs needed. Before repair work begins, the garage remains safe for parking this week. The city will accommodate drivers at the Worcester Common Garage and the Federal Plaza Garage. Fire departments across the country are seeing a decrease in the number of call firefighters. In central Massachusetts, some departments are struggling to keep up. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
The Spencer Fire Department has only 2 full-time firefighters on the day shift during the week. A staffing challenge. Chief Robert Parsons says most people aren't aware of it.
They don't realize that there is no one here during the nighttime hours. We've had people come in that have lived here 10, 20 years and they're going, we're all the full-time people.
The department says they are in need of call firefighters during the day.
Call firefighters are the backbone of all these departments.
We have a rescue that needs to be made. We got to make some decisions, a life or death decision on what we're going to do based on with the limited amount of manpower that we have.
Chief Parsons says the lack of call firefighters is a huge issue in Spencer and across the country. He says the reason is people are busy or traveling outside the area to go to work.
We used to have a 100-person department 25, 30 years ago. We're struggling to keep at 50%.
The Charlton Fire Department is also searching for call firefighters. They've also noticed a drop in people joining the department.
20, 30 years ago, that's who we were. We were an all-call department. Now it's more of a supplemental for the big calls to come in.
Both departments encourage anyone who is thinking about becoming a call firefighter to start a conversation, because you never know when a fire will strike.
Our call people, we've used them in the past to kind of be a springboard to full-time opportunities, and it's good for the individual to see if this is the kind of career path that they want to go on.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A more than $160,000 grant to the Family Health Center of Worcester will help address programs the hospital offers. Thursday, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services presented the National Quality Leader Award to the center. They say the health center achieved a high level of quality performance in 2017.
Every year we serve about 27,000 patients who are served because they need health care and who can come to us regardless of their income, regardless of their ability to pay, regardless of their language.
The $166,000 grant is part of a $125 million being awarded nationwide. The risk level for West Nile virus remains moderate in Worcester, but more mosquitoes in the city have tested positive. The Worcester Division of Public Health and the Department of Inspectional Services are working with the Central Massachusetts Mosquito Control Project. Crews will spray 2 designated areas of concern in the city on Tuesday, August 21st. The city is reminding residents in impacted neighborhoods to stay inside during the spraying and for 15 to 20 minutes afterwards.